Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a comparison between the Network Engineering and Security degree, the Cisco track, versus the Cybersecurity and Information Assurance degree. I got this question from a viewer. They said, would you potentially be able to do a comparison between the two? I'm not sure if you've already done it, but it would help me out a lot. So I'm going to do just that. But before we get started, please consider following me on Instagram. Really appreciate it a lot. Try to post some interesting Japanese content on there. So getting right into the video. For those of you who don't already know, WGU stands for Western Governors University. It's an online accredited school. There's a whole bunch of different degree programs that you can do from there, and I have a whole bunch of other videos about it too. It's a really good school. Highly recommend it because you pay for a term at a time and you're allowed to complete as many credits as you can. So theoretically, if you can complete all your coursework in one term, you just pay for one term and you get a bachelor's degree. That's kind of why WGU is so cool. So basically, I'm going to compare these two degrees in a bunch of different ways, and I'll kind of give an answer at the end. I'll talk about which one is easier, which one is faster, which one is cheaper, which one's more marketable, which one I personally think is cooler, and which one is objectively better. Hopping right into the comparison, the first thing I want to do is compare the different certs or the certifications each degree has. For those who don't know, a lot of the IT degrees at WGU kind of come with third-party certifications like CCNA and the Security Plus and that type of thing. So on the left, we have the Network Engineering and Security degree from the Cisco track, and on the right, we have the Cybersecurity Information Assurance degree. So whenever the certs are white, that means both degree tracks have that particular cert. So both of them have A+, both have Project Plus, both have ITIL, and then the ones that are kind of different colors, you can know that cert is specific to that degree program. So on the left, Network Engineering and Security, we can kind of see the certs that it has that the other program doesn't have. And we can just kind of eyeball these a little bit. It has CCNA, Cisco CyberOps, Cisco DevNet Associate. I have a whole bunch of certs in my life, and the most useful one by far was CCNA. And then I think DevNet Associate is pretty cool as well because it kind of marries networking and programming and puts an emphasis on automation and software-defined networks, which is pretty cool. Cloud is really useful. LPI's Linux Essentials is really useful as well. But then on the right, you can kind of see CISA. This is like a security analyst, I believe, and Pentest Plus. The Cyber degree has Network Plus. It doesn't even come close to being as good as CCNA, but at least it's something, right? And then SSCP. And then I can kind of just look at this and I can tell the Network Engineering and Security side is more difficult for sure, but let's kind of look at how many job hits each of these certs actually has on Indeed so we can kind of get a sense for which side is quote unquote better. So I kind of did this calculation over here. I won't read through this completely, but you can, take your time to look at it. The Network Engineering Security side has slightly more job hits for each cert than the Cybersecurity Information Assurance side. This looks like it's because of CCNA, which I can believe that because in my opinion, CCNA is probably the best entry-ish level cert that you can get. It's super, super useful and everyone knows what it is. It's just really, really good. But that's not to say the Cybersecurity degree doesn't have some decent certs because the cert score is like really close behind. So next, I'm just going to do a high level overview of the different classes that each degree has. I'll just talk about them at a high level. On the left, we have the Network Engineering and Security with Cisco track, and on the right again is the Cybersecurity degree. You can kind of see same kind of thing. White on both sides means both degrees have them. And the thing that really stands out to me a lot with the Network Engineering and Security degree is there's a lot of discrete mathematics as well as the DevNet fundamentals here. So like discrete mathematics is really interesting. It looks like with the Network Engineering and Security degree, they're kind of trying to marry computer science with networking, which is really cool. I can almost guarantee this discrete math algos and cryptography is going to have something about RSA, and you're probably going to have to learn the Euclidean algorithm and learn how RSA works at like the algorithmic level, which is pretty cool. I think that's really useful for any security practitioner. Discrete math logic, this is probably like equivalent to discrete math 1 in computer science. And you'll notice like the cybersecurity has like English 1 and 2, and I don't think the Network Engineering and Security degree has English. It looks like maybe there's more, I don't want to say more general classes. I can just kind of look through the rest of this. I won't say too much about it. You can just kind of eyeball the differences, the similarities, pause the video and whatnot. So just looking at this, I would most definitely say, having gone through computer science curriculum myself, probably Network Engineering and Security degree is most likely more difficult because there's more programming here. And there's also discrete mathematics, both which are pretty conceptually difficult and they take time for you to absorb in your brain. So more than likely, the cybersecurity degree from this standpoint is probably easier. And then next, we're going to kind of look at the study.com transfers for each degree program. So basically how this works is you can sign up for study.com. You can take classes there that are equivalent to the classes that are in your degree, and then you can transfer them into the degree program, potentially saving thousands of dollars. And a lot of the study.com courses are sometimes easier to complete, as well as less stressful, just because of how proctoring is done at study.com. I tend to prefer that. So basically what we can do is I made this super massive spreadsheet with all the degree programs from WGU. So we're going to look at the network engineering and security Cisco track, as well as the cybersecurity and information assurance track. Both tracks have 8 third-party certs, but it looks like the Cisco track has 15 classes that you can transfer in from study.com, and then the cybersecurity track has 19 that you can transfer in. So if you want to see those courses, all you have to do is, for example, we'll click this network engineering and security link, and it will bring us to the degree program. So this is the network engineering and security degree program. This column here lists all the classes from WGU that you can take, and then this column lists all of the study.com classes that are able to transfer into Western Governors University to satisfy those classes. And the difference between transferring in classes from study.com and taking them at WGU is if you go to study.com first, especially if you use this discount code, it becomes way cheaper. The credits are way cheaper. So if you do the math, every month roughly at WGU is a bit over $500, but study.com with a discount code, it becomes only about $140 per month to do 2 classes. So it's a huge savings if you happened to take these courses at study.com and then transfer them into WGU. If you want more information on this, check out this video. I kind of go into it in more depth and kind of show you how you can save a lot of money. So the way this translates into which degree being better or cheaper. So looking at our sheet here, more is better, by the way. We have a total of 15 classes from study.com that can transfer to the network engineering security and 19 into the cyber program. So now kind of tallying everything up and seeing which degree is better and which one's cheaper and faster and all that. This is pretty much what I came up with. The cyber degree is easier than network engineering security because the certs are easier and the classes are easier as well. It's just my opinion. Discrete math tends to be hard. That's in the network engineering degree. So I just kind of give the cyber degree the win for being easier. Which one's faster? Again, the cyber degree is faster. Not only are the classes easier, the certs are easier. There's more transfers from study.com as well. All of those together, more than likely, if all things considered, you're probably going to be able to finish the cyber degree faster than the network engineering and security degree. Which one's cheaper? Again, faster tends to equal cheaper with WGU. Not only is there more transfers from study.com, the classes are easier and you're going to be able to complete the cyber degree faster. Because of that, you're probably going to be able to finish it in less terms. And because of that, the way WGU is structured, you're just going to pay less for your education, probably with a cyber degree. Which one's more marketable? Probably the network engineering and security degree is more marketable. Not only are the certs better, from a quantitative standpoint, there's more job hits for the network engineering certs. There's also a lot of programming and automation type things in the network engineering degree. So I would say that degree is definitely more marketable, especially if you make a nice portfolio. And which one's cooler? In my opinion, the network engineering degree is cooler because they kind of married computer science with network engineering, which is really, really cool. They're acknowledging automation is becoming more and more valuable and more widespread. So I just think it's a cooler degree. Oh, also CCNA is the most useful cert I've ever taken. I've taken like 15 certs, hands down the most technically useful one. And lastly, which one I think is better at face value? Not considering the time and money it takes to get both degrees, the network engineering security degree, in my opinion, is way better than the cyber degree. Both to get into cyber and IT in general and automation, it's probably just a better degree all around. Of course, the drawback for that is it's going to take more time and money. So better kind of depends on what is important to you. Are you just trying to get a degree fast? If you are, I wouldn't recommend either one of these. But if you're just really into cybersecurity and you're really into CISA certification, maybe the cyber degree is better for you. But in my opinion, on paper, in terms of marketability and usefulness of the certs and stuff, in my opinion, the network engineering one is just better. And it looks like a really, really cool degree program. So yeah, there's that. Let me know if you want to see more of these, which 2 degrees you want me to compare, and I'll definitely consider them for future videos. Follow me on Instagram, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.